As with all previous Gallo Center Repertory Company virtual theater programs, we observed social distancing in the shooting of this production. Each actor performed their lines without the luxury of interacting with fellow actors. They performed in front of a green screen, which allows us to give the illusion that the actors are acting together. The green screen also allows the addition of appropriate backgrounds. We are eager to get back to traditional stage productions at the Gallo Center for the Arts, but until then, we hope you enjoy these virtual productions.
Hello, and welcome again to the Gallo Center Repertory Company's virtual theater. I'm Jim Johnson, your host. With the holidays approaching, we felt that it would be appropriate to present a classic Christmas story from the early days of television. Father Knows Best began on radio in 1949. After a successful run, it transitioned into the new medium of television. It was a popular American sitcom that ran until 1960. The show followed the lives of the Andersons, a middle-class family living in the Midwestern town of Springfield. As a boy in the 1950s, I never missed an episode. Our production is titled A Father Knows Best Christmas Story. It was written by Paul West and Roswell Rogers. It is a story that reminds us all about the true meaning of Christmas. Our production is dedicated to the memory of Betty Bell Smith, a community activist for the arts who portrayed Mrs. Santa Claus each year for the annual Salvation Army fundraising event. And now, A Father Knows Best Christmas Story.
Well, the town of Springfield is lovely to behold this Christmas Eve. About noon today, the first snowflakes began to fall, and soon the air was filled with a whirling Christmas. Snow came down heavily all afternoon. Now every lawn and park is white, every roof and chimney top. And out on Maple Street this frosty Christmas Eve, every house seems to have its windows brightly aglow. Every house, that is, except the Andersons. They're not home. You see, let's go back to 10 o'clock this morning. Margaret was wrapping packages on the dining room table, and Jim was helping her.
Hold your finger on this, will you, dear? There we go. That ought to hold, don't you think?
Honey, are you planning to send me along with the package?
Why? What's the matter?
You tied my finger in there.
Oh, I'm sorry. There. Now, I wonder if I've forgotten anyone.
Well, from the number of packages scattered around, you couldn't have forgotten anyone. Not in Springfield, anyway.
Oh, there's not so many. It just looks like a lot.
I can't figure it out.
Huh?
We don't know that many people.
All right, now look. This one goes to the Stutzens.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Last year they gave us that lovely salad bowl, and we only sent them a card.
Mm-hmm.
This one is for the Lucases. I feel we certainly owe them a gift.
But honey...
Now wait. You asked me a question, and I am answering it.
All right.
This package goes to the Murphys. I didn't send them a thing last year, and they gave us the year before a huge box of pears.
I know, but...
This box is for the Johnsons, and then there's the Dickersons, and the Rogers, and the Gallos, and the Hosners, and the Pages, and the Smiths. They all gave us something last year. You see, I keep a record of these things, dear. I have it all written down.
Well, that's fine. I'm not objecting to the idea of remembering our friends at Christmas.
Well, you wondered why all the packages.
Well, it just seems that suddenly Christmas has lost something. It used to be so much simpler. The spirit of Christmas had a different meaning.
Well, I know, dear. But when people have given to it,
That's it, honey. It's become a matter of bookkeeping. Christmas used to be a quiet and beautifully religious holiday, a time for the children, a time for bringing happiness to others. What has it become? A mad scramble to buy a lot of things you can't afford to give to people who don't need them.
now, dear,
Why can't we have Christmas the way it used to be? Quiet and simple, with the real Christmas spirit. When you gathered your family and friends around the fire, and the children hung up their stockings, and the church bells rang on Christmas Eve, and the carolers singing. That's the way Christmas should be.
I know, dear, but
Mother?
I'm in the dining room, Betty.
I'm going to wash my hair now, Mother, so if Janie calls, will you take a message?
What message?
Well, it's very important. You see, Janie knows simply dozens of girls who work at Burton's department store, and they're going to call her the second Ralph comes into the store, and then Janie's going to call me.
Princess, if you'll forgive my unseemly curiosity, what is the purpose of this elaborate spy system?
Why, to find out what Ralph's going to give me for Christmas, naturally.
Oh, naturally.
But, dear, a Christmas present is supposed to be a surprise.
Of course, Mother. But how can I be surprised if I don't know what kind of gold locket that's heart-shaped with my initials on it he's going to buy me?
Wait a minute. How's that again?
I'll be upstairs, Mother. If Janie calls, you needn't call me to the phone. Unless the locket is a wristwatch.
Well, now, if that doesn't...
Now, don't let it upset you. She's just a normal teenage girl.
But, honey, the whole idea of Christmas is to...
Hey, Dad! Mom?
Oh, dear.
We're in the dining room, Bud.
Hey, tonight's Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? Christmas Eve!
Yeah?
And you better go down to the basement and bring up the decorations for the tree.
We haven't got a tree yet. Besides, I haven't got time right now. Joe and I gotta get some stuff together. We're going out with Christmas carols.
Christmas carols. You?
Now, don't question him, Margaret. Thank heaven there's one person in this family who has the true Christmas spirit. Allow me to congratulate you, son. You have the right idea. There's nothing finer on Christmas Eve than to go around singing carols.
Oh, we're not gonna sing them, Dad.
Oh? What are you going to do with them then?
Well, we gotta deal with Gus down at the used car lot. He has a sound truck. You know, with the big horn speakers on top and a record player inside.
Oh, no.
Now, wait. This is a cool idea. Gus is gonna drive the sound truck all over town this afternoon, and Joe and we're gonna be inside playing the Christmas records.
Bud.
Well, I'm not really gonna play the records. Joe is gonna do that. And I'm gonna read the commercials.
Commercials?
Sure. For Gus McCarthy's used car lot. Joe plays a carol and then I read a commercial. I got some cool ideas. How do you like this one? It starts out, Russ G. Merry Gentleman in a 1950 two-door sedan with white sidewall tires.
Oh.
Or, oh, what a fun it is to ride in a 1949 Club Coupe with overdrive and new seat covers.
Look, Bud.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus in a 1952 convertible with radio and heater. How do you like those? Pretty good, huh, Dad?
Pretty good. Bud, have you lost your mind? This is Christmas.
Your father's right, Bud. That's carrying it entirely too far.
But if I don't work on the truck this afternoon, I won't get to ride on it in the parade tonight.
Parade? On Christmas Eve?
Sure. The big Santa Claus parade? They're gonna have floats and bands and cowboys, all kinds of stuff.
What? No skyrockets? Well, now I've heard everything. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men, introduced with a brass band.
Daddy,
What is it, kitten?
when are we gonna get a tree?
Oh, you'd better go down and get one, dear. They'll be all gone.
I could have gotten one wholesale from Gus's used car lot. He sells Christmas trees too.
Can we have a purple tree this year, Daddy?
A purple tree.
They have red, blue, purple, yellow. They have any color you want, except green.
If you're talking about the tree, I vote for a pink one.
What's wrong with green?
Nothing. Except it just looks like a tree.
What's a tree supposed to look like?
Daddy, can we get one of those neon lights?
Oh, for Pete's sake. Neon lights, purple Christmas trees, brass bands. What has happened to you kids? Have you forgotten the meaning of Christmas? Have you forgotten everything you learned in Sunday school?
No, Father, it's just that things are different now from when you were a boy.
Different nothing. You can change everything else, but not Christmas. Am I right, Margaret?
You have the floor, dear.
The whole trouble is that Christmas has been turned into another super colossal full color production. Well, it's all wrong. And as far as this family is concerned, we're putting a stop to it. This year we're going to celebrate Christmas as it should be celebrated. Simply and naturally, without all the whoop-de-doo and falderall. This is going to be a real Christmas.
I don't understand what you mean, Father.
Well, to begin with, we're not going to buy one of those painted trees. We're going to get in the car and drive up to Pine Mountain and cut our own tree.
Oh boy, can't wait, Daddy.
You don't really mean that.
Certainly I do. You kids gather up some warm clothes. Bud, get the saw out of the garage.
But Father, it's at least 50 miles up there.
You can buy a tree for a couple of bucks, Dad.
Now that's what I'm talking about. All you kids can think of is buy, buy, buy. This is a part of Christmas you've never even experienced. Going out into the woods and cutting your own Christmas tree.
The weather forecast said snow today.
Oh, we'll be up there and back in 3 or 4 hours. It's not going to snow that much. Now get your coats.
I'm ready. I got mine.
Oh, this sounds like a real peachy Christmas.
It will be, Princess, you'll see.
Dear, I have all those packages to deliver to the Johnsons and the Dickersons. And
Well, throw them in the car, honey. We'll deliver them on our way back.
you're sure this is a good idea?
Am I sure? Margaret, believe me, this is going to be a Christmas none of us will ever forget.
Are you almost there, Daddy?
Oh, another mile or two. Maybe.
Father, it's starting to snow again.
Oh, is that snow coming down?
It isn't cornflakes.
Well, it's just a little flurry, nothing to worry about. Come on, cheer up, everybody. It's almost Christmas Eve.
What is there to cheer up about?
Joe's probably out on the sound truck, playing Deck the Halls with boughs of holly and selling cars like crazy.
Bud, we're not talking about that anymore, remember?
Okay.
Now, if you kids think you have a hard life, look at that little grocery store back off the road there. Miles from everything. How would you like to live there?
Well, I wouldn't, that's all. I just wouldn't.
What if you had to?
Well, I wouldn't.
What if you had to?
I said I wouldn't.
Yeah, but what if you had to?
Father, tell Bud to stop it.
Bud, stop it.
Are you almost there, Daddy?
Oh, it won't be long, kitten. Huh, look at that snow drifting down. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to have a white Christmas.
It's lovely, dear, but do you think we should go any farther?
Oh, it's just around the next bend.
Why we had to drive clear up here in the wilderness to get a Christmas tree?
You'll understand, Princess, when we're back home this evening, when the fragrance of the tree fills the whole house.
What happened, Daddy?
Nothing. Our snow's a little deeper here.
Father, we're not moving.
Are we stuck, Dad?
No, we're not stuck.
Why aren't we moving?
Dear, we can't go any farther. It's snowing so hard you can't even see ahead. Can you turn around?
I won't try to turn around. The only thing we can do is back up.
We're not moving!
What's the matter, Dad?
I'm afraid we're stuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jim, we can't be.
And now there's nothing to get excited about. We'll get out of here somehow. We're going to have to walk back.
Walk back?
Well, come on. Everybody out.
Zip up your coat, Kathy. Daddy, get those 2 blankets.
We can't walk all the way back in the snow.
We're going back to that little grocery store we passed. It's only about a quarter of a mile. Now, all stay together.
Well, we'd better hurry. It's getting dark.
Daddy,
Yeah?
it's almost Christmas Eve.
Yes, almost.
I got snow in my shoes. I got snow down my neck.
Jim, can you see where you're going?
Yeah, I can see.
Maroon on top of a mountain in a blizzard.
All right, stop complaining. It could be worse.
Yeah, we could have come up here in our bathing suits.
I don't know why we had to come up here.
Yeah, what was the idea?
Well, I'll tell you, my freezing friends. This is that warm and beautiful event known as a simple, old-fashioned Christmas.
I think my nose is frozen.
How much farther is it, Daddy?
Well, it must be right ahead of us. If it weren't snowing so hard, we could probably see it.
There it is, Dad. You see the light?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the store, Mommy.
Oh, thank heaven.
That looks real pretty for Christmas Eve, doesn't it? Holly wreath in the window.
All I'm interested in right now is getting back to Springfield. I'm supposed to be at least 3 parties tonight.
If we get back in time, I can still ride in the parade with Joe on the sound truck.
All those gifts are still in the car, Jim. We have to get them out somehow. They have to be delivered tonight.
Oh, all right. One thing at a time. Let's get in here and thaw out first.
Oh boy, nice and warm.
Daddy, look at that. You got a fire in a barrel.
That's not a barrel, kitten. That's an old-fashioned pot-bellied stove.
This reminds me of the kind of stove my father used to talk about.
Yeah?
Look at the stuff hanging from the ceiling. Lanterns and snowshoes, all kinds of junk.
By golly, it smells just like the old general store back in my hometown.
Who runs this place?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Lum and Abner. Hello? Anybody here?
Be there in just a minute.
You children had better take off your coats now.
I was just putting the bacon on the stove. We weren't expecting anyone tonight. How did you folks get up here?
Well, our car stalled up the road. I wonder if we could use your telephone?
Well, you'd be most welcome to use it if we had one.
No telephone?
Well, hello there. Is that your car snowed in down the road?
Yes, that's ours.
We must have passed on the road without seeing each other. I just walked up there to see if you needed some help.
Well, that was very thoughtful of you. We were looking for a telephone.
Well, I guess the nearest is down at the Harper's place. Isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, and you'll never make it down there tonight, not with the snow. coming down like it is.
But how are we gonna get back to Springfield?
I'm afraid you're not going to make it back tonight, miss. Probably not tomorrow either.
Oh no, there goes Christmas and all our plans.
Oh, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, miss. You know, it may not be noticeable, but it's Christmas here too, you know. And since Maggie and me, we're marooned up here, in a manner of speaking, and since you folks are stranded here, why don't we just say that we're all stranded together, you know, snowbound, as it were.
Well, that's very nice of you, but
We can't just move in on you.
Well, why not? You look like nice folks, and Tom and me are alone here. I'll put some more plates on the table, and there's plenty of beds upstairs.
Can we do it, please, Mommy, please?
That seems like a dreadful imposition.
It's nothing of the kind. I'm Tom Terrell.
oh, how do you do?
This is my wife, Maggie.
Well, we're the Andersons. The little one is Kathy. Our boy, Bud. Our daughter, Betty. My wife, Margaret. And I'm Jim.
Well, we're happy you're gonna be with us.
Thank you.
Hadn't planned much of a Christmas, but just the two of us. But now that there's some kids around, by golly, it's beginning to seem like Christmas. I'll tell you what we always did with our youngsters on Christmas. We gave them the run of the store, so help yourselves. Candy, cookies, anything you want.
You mean that really?
Go help yourselves.
Oh, man.
Steady now, don't get carried away.
Oh, Mother, look at this adorable old-fashioned teacup.
In a minute, dear.
Okay, look here, Buzz. Look at this.
Well, look at this. Oh!
Listen to them. My golly, it's good to hear youngsters around the place again.
How many children do you have?
2, a boy and a girl, but they're both grown up now, gone away. Seems like such a short time we had them with us. Well, would you like to come out to the kitchen with me, Margaret?
Yes, I help you put things on.
Jim, if you want to hang up your things, the bedrooms are right up the stairway there.
Oh, good. I'll take these blankets and coats up.
Well, you kids finding anything back there?
Sure, all kinds of stuff.
I found the school book back there, Mr. Terrell. It's the same one I use.
Yeah, it belonged to my daughter. She looked a lot like you when she was your age.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, we had 2, Kathy.
Where are they, Mr. Terrell?
Well, they've grown up and gone, Kathy.
Are you lonesome without your children?
Yeah, we are sometimes. I think we miss them most at Christmas time. You kids don't know how much you mean to your folks at Christmas.
We never really thought about it.
I guess we always just thought how much Christmas meant to us.
We used to have our tree right there by the stove, and Judy and Bill would decorate it and put the lights on and the tinsel and the stars and the little glass bells. They're all in the box back in the corner where the kids packed them up.
Don't you have any Christmas?
Oh, no, Kathy, not anymore. There's There's no one left here to decorate the tree.
Tom, I need some wood for the stove.
All right, I'll get it.
What are you crying about, Shrimp?
I just feel sad.
Bud, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe.
Well, get your coat on. You're going back to the car.
Well, what's wrong with the children, Margaret? They didn't eat.
I don't know. They're up to something.
Run me out of the store. Telling me to stay back here, and they locked the door.
Maybe you'd better go out in front and check and see what they're up to, Jim.
Oh, they're all right, honey. Leave them alone.
Well, whatever they're doing, they've been at it for over an hour.
All right, everybody, come in now.
Turn off the lights.
Well, let's go in. Well,
What in the world?
Well, if that don't beat all.
It's Christmas Eve, remember?
Oh, a tree decorated with lights.
From the Andersons, Merry Christmas to Mr. and Mrs. Terrell.
it's beautiful, kids. How did you do it?
Well, Mr. Terrell said they had the decorations, so Bud went up to the car and got the saw and some things. Then he went out and cut the tree.
I helped put on the decorations.
Look what's under the tree.
Where did all the packages come from?
Santa Claus.
You can't open them until Christmas morning.
Margaret, aren't those the packages from our car?
I told them they could do it, dear. They changed the name tags.
I guess this is a miracle, Mother. We have a family again. Gathered around the Christmas tree.
Just the way it used to be.
Snow coming down outside. Lights on the tree. A warm fire in the stove.
Oh, it's lovely. So lovely.
The only thing that's missing is the Christmas carol. Judy, when she's a little girl, would stand over there. And the way she sang, it reminded you of the angels who sang to the shepherds on that wondrous night. Kathy? Well, where's Kathy?
O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight.
Father,
Yes, Princess?
thank you for our first real Christmas.
wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, and